Hi, this is Justin Gibson. I'm the Curator of Cultural History at the Pink Palace Museum, and I'm one of the curators who worked on our newest exhibit, Tiger Hoops. In this exhibit, we explore the relationship between the University of Memphis's Tiger basketball program and the broader Memphis community by examining what our university's basketball teams have revealed about the people, the culture, and even the politics of our city over the course of the past century. We focus on key players and coaches from the men's and women's basketball programs through the years, and address tough subjects, including desegregation of Memphis and the university, and also scandals that have impacted the basketball program in the last few decades. This exhibit was a collaborative effort between the curators at the museum and historian Dr. Aram Goudsouzian from the University of Memphis. In our research, we see that sometimes for better and sometimes for worse, the Tigers represent Memphis and Memphians. As a lifelong Memphian and Tiger fan, this was a fun exhibit for me to work on. I love learning more about my favorite team and meeting over 40 Tiger fans that helped contribute to this exhibit. Their enthusiasm for their Tigers helped drive and build momentum for this project, and we could not have completed Tiger Hoops without them. So let me take you on a journey through Tiger Hoops. Now, founded in 1912, West Tennessee State Normal School was born during a rare moment of educational reform, and its first mission was to train teachers for West Tennessee elementary and high schools. The school gradually established itself as a sound institution of higher education, and physical education was central to its mission. Both men's and women's basketball teams started practices in 1913, and by 1914, the normal squads began competitive games against other schools. The players practiced in the tight confines of a large, below-ceiling second-floor classroom in the administration building. Until the construction of an on-campus gymnasium in 1928, they played at the city's YMCA. Basketball was a vehicle for respectability. The sport was invented in the 1890s in the spirit of a reform movement known as progressivism. It harnessed physical energy and rewarded self-control and cooperation. Accounts of the men's team praised their teamwork, discipline, and refinement. Playing against colleges, high schools, and men's teams, Coach Zach Kurland's squads achieved modest success in the 1920s and 30s, helping to elevate the school's profile. No longer known as the Normals, their jerseys often bore a T for teachers or tutors, though the teams also adopted Tigers as a mascot and nickname. In 1941, the year that the school was renamed Memphis State College, the team played the original Celtics, one of the era's legendary professional barnstorming squads. As a teacher's college, West Tennessee State Normal School had many female students, and it encouraged women's physical development through sports. The Tigresses generally had winning records and attracted audiences. The yearbook often featured more coverage on the women's teams than the men's squads. In 1928, they won the initial tournament of the Mississippi Valley Conference. Most of those same women then won the World Team Free Throw Contest, while forward Ellen Baird won the individual contest, triumphing in a special playoff by hitting 60 shots in 60 tries. Yet women athletes operated under different parameters than men to minimize physical contact and overexertion. During the 1920s, the women's uniforms consisted of long-sleeve shirts, billowing bloomers, and long stockings. There were limits on dribbling, holding the ball, aggressive defense, and their basketball court was divided into 3 zones to limit running. Surprisingly, in 1936, the school closed its intercollegiate varsity program, limiting female students to intramural sports for over 30 years. From 1938 until the 1960s, Tennessee's State Board of Education eliminated intercollegiate competition among women. Check out Chapter 2 of Tiger Hoops, where we'll be talking more about Larry Finch, Ronnie Robinson, and the return of the women's program on Museum to Go.